welcome back. Today I'm making an Amish onion patty recipe, and I thought I'd show y'all this quick, easy way to save money for sides whenever the money's tight right now on a budget, and cook these easy onion patties to go with our dinner tonight. It's like a fried potato patty, but instead of using potatoes, you're going to use some onions. And plus in this video, I'm going to show you a little trick you can do with the lemon to help you not cry so much when you're cutting your onions. So come on and let's turn around here and go over the ingredients. Okay, we're going to start by mixing up our batter. And this is what your batter is going to take. You're going to use 1 cup of all-purpose flour. And it don't have to be perfect, just eyeball it, because you're just making your batter for your onion patties. And then we're going to use, this is what we keep our cornmeal in, and I'm going to use 1 heaping tablespoon of cornmeal. And then we're going to use 1 cup of whole milk, and then we're going to use about a teaspoon, not going all the way full with that, I'm just using a teaspoon of white sugar. And then to that, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of baking powder. And then so I don't dirty up more dishes, I'm going to use my little measuring spoon to give that a mix. And then once I see that my batter's the way I want it, I'm going to add a dash of salt. And then just ever how much black pepper you think your family likes. And give that a mix. And it's always different because, you know, you don't know how the flour's going to mix. Different flours do different ways. So I can tell by looking at my batter right here, I need just a tiny bit more milk. So I'm just going to get me a little bit more milk to add to that 1 cup of flour. And just start off with a tiny bit because you don't want to add too much. That right there is about how we want it, right there. See that texture? That's about how you want your batter mix, right there. And if you like onion rings, you're going to love these onion patties. About like that. Okay, now we're going to set this to the side and we're going to work on cutting up our onions. Okay, start by washing your lemon and drying it off real good. And then you're going to take your lemon, cut it in half, and just take it and juice just a little bit of the juice on your whatever you're cutting your onion on. And that little bit of lemon juice cuts the gases and the fumes from the onion. That little bit of lemon juice helps cut that so it don't burn your eyes so bad. And now we're going to take our onion, and I'm going to take most of the skin off. And go ahead and take that first layer that comes off when you pull the, the skin off. But don't go all the way down to the root. And don't cut your root off, the root to the onions off yet. That's where most of the gases are coming from. So take your onion and now rub it on that lemon juice to use it to spread your lemon juice out with. And then I'm going to cut them in little, like little dices. Then I'm going to cut it this way. And usually by now you'd be crying. And then just take it and cut it. Especially with this big old onion. Without that lemon juice, I'd be crying right now. And leaving the end on it helps. And I can get one more layer if I don't cut it off on accident. And then just chop it up. Now right there on the end, that's where you can tell most of those gases are coming from. Now I'm going to get this other onion cut up and we're going to get our onion patties ready to go. Start by adding your olive oil. And add a good bit, like almost maybe a 1/4 of an inch, that you've got a good amount in your pan because you're going to be frying these patties up and you want them to have plenty of oil to sit down in. Turn your eye on like a medium high. You want to get it good and hot. You don't want to get it too hot, but you want to get it hot enough that they'll turn a golden brown. And now, while the oil is heating up, we're going to start adding our diced onions to our mixture. I may not add quite all these. I may have chopped up a little too many, but a good 1½ onions, depending on how many you're cooking for. And I'm also going to add a little bit of garlic powder to mine. Okay, now we're going to go in and just start mixing them up, letting them get all coated with our batter mixture. And that's how you're wanting it to look. I'm going to go in with just a few more onions. In the summer or the fall, if you have a lot of onions, this would be a good, even a snack, just to have with some dipping sauce or even maybe some ketchup, like a potato patty. And I'm going to measure mine out with this little 1/4 cup measuring cup when I start putting them into my oil. My oil's starting to get hot, but it's not quite there yet. Okay, I think our oil's hot enough, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start measuring out just 1/4 cup and start dropping them in the oil. And be real careful not to let that oil splatter up on you. And we'll let those start turning before we flip them real good. I'll show you how brown you want them around the edges, and then we'll start getting ready to turn them in just a minute. Okay, I cut my heat down just a little bit because I want to make sure my onions on the inside of the patties cook good and tender. So we're letting them cook slow and on a low medium just so they'll cook on the inside good too. Okay, want to go ahead now and flip one and see how it looks and see how it's a golden brown around the edge. That's how you want it. And now we're just going to flip them to the other side. Be careful with that oil. When you flip them, don't let them splatter on you. Now right here, if you want to, you could add some more black pepper and salt. But we're going to let this side cook now, and then we'll show you what they look like in just a minute. Oh gosh, all these onion patties smell so good. Y'all got to try this new recipe. Fried onion patties. You can't go wrong with it. Okay. Alright, now that they're all golden brown, just the way you want them, just a light golden brown, we're going to give them one more flip. And let that other side get a little crust on it like these did. And then that'll give them time to cook that onion a little bit more on the inside too. Okay, now that they've had time to sit there and both sides have a golden brown to it, I'm going to take them out, and you want to lay them on a paper towel to drain some of that grease, because you don't want them, you know, with too much grease on them. You want something to soak that grease up. So just make sure you put them on a paper towel. And here's a little bitty piece of the batter that just fell off and cooked on its own. Like right here's a little onion. Made these just a little bit bigger. Okay, I put them out on a platter, and I'm going to serve them with ketchup, or either you could do ranch dressing, or you could do any kind of dip that you like. But these are smelling amazing, y'all. You've got to try these onion patties. Put a little cilantro over the top of them. See the onions in there, and it's all, I've got my onions good and done and tender. That's good, y'all. Y'all need to try these onion patties. Okay, y'all, that's my take on frying Amish onion patties in an iron skillet. If you like our video and you think it ought to be out there, don't forget to give us the thumbs up. It helps our channel grow, and it helps our videos get out there every time y'all give us a thumbs up. So, and if you hadn't subscribed yet, think about hitting the red button down below. We're always glad to get new subscribers. Until next time, y'all always remember, a family that eats together stays together. Thanks for watching.